Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm John Samarno and I'm a Tampa Bay Lightning fan. I want to talk about young teams, young players, young prospects in the league right now that I'm excited to watch. Excited to see play maybe next year if they get the call up or if they make the team. And I just want to talk about how excited I am to watch these players play and what my thoughts on them are and what I think their upside could be. And the first player I want to talk about is Oliver Moore. He got into a few games with the Blackhawks this season and he looked pretty good, I gotta say. And obviously the kid is a tremendous skater. That's what all the scouting reports say, and obviously you can see that when he's on the ice. And I really think that when he's in his prime and you put Bedard on the same line as Oliver Moore, pardon me, you put Bedard on the same line as Oliver Moore in their primes, you got a really good skating playmaker in Oliver Moore, and you got a really smart, skilled sniper in Bedard. And that's really good for Chicago's future. And obviously you got Frank Nazar there. You got what's his name? Kevin Korchinski. And then the defenseman they just drafted, you got Alex Vlasic. I can't think of who that defenseman is that they just drafted. I can't remember his name. It's really bugging me, but hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying. Yeah, you got Alex Vlasic. Kevin Korchinski, I think he only has, in my opinion, from what I've seen so far from him, I think the most he has is second pairing to... Excuse me. I think the most potential he has is a good second pairing offensive defenseman who will quarterback their power play. I think he will be the best offensive defenseman on that team, but he will not be the best defenseman on that team. And I think that's pretty obvious. Alex Vlasic this year really took a huge step. I think he was logging over 22 minutes per night after that Seth Jones trade, or maybe even before that. But I'm pretty sure in the advanced analytics and zone exits, he was top 10 or something like that. He was really good this season for the Blackhawks. He was a bright spot on that really bad team. And I'm excited to see how he develops next year, if he can keep up how he was progressing and keep going at the rate he was, or if he kind of stalls out a bit. But I think he will be a very decent option for a second pairing defenseman. Not second pairing, first pairing, second option defenseman. Not your first, like your best defenseman, but your second best. You know what I'm saying? Understand? Anyways, yeah, that's basically it for the Blackhawks. And for Tampa, since I'm a Tampa Bay Lightning fan, I should know the prospects, but seeming as Julien Brisebois doesn't like prospects, and he kind of just gives them away like candy for bums like Tanner Jeannot. He traded an entire draft class for that man, and what did it get us? Anyways, the best prospect we have right now is Isaac Howard, but as most Tampa Bay Lightning fans know, Isaac Howard is most likely not... I'm sorry. Isaac Howard is most likely not signing with Tampa. And if we can trade him, flip him for draft picks in this upcoming draft, that would be awesome. That would be that would be perfect. And we need to start building our prospect pool because it is dry. There is nothing. Like Ethan Gauthier, I think might be the second best prospect, and even then, I think he only has like top 9 upside, like third line, maybe middle 6. I'm not sure where he would fit in on that team, and if he would fit in on a team with how much talent and depth we have right now. So, I think our best option would be to draft a good young defenseman with top 4 upside. Because yes, we have Hedman, McDonough, Chernak, Perbix, Radish, Lilleberg, but I feel like one good young defenseman who can play top 4 minutes and can replace whoever's in that in that 4th defenseman slot, instead of it being a bunch of like third pairing defensemen rotating every night, can be a solid minute logger. That I would feel very comfortable with our defense core at that point. Because right now, after Hedman and McDonough, after those pairings roll out, and us really heavily relying on those two guys still in their mid to late 30s, that scares me. We need like Sergachev. If we had Sergachev and could afford him, that would have been awesome. But we got Connor Geekie, and not saying Connor Geekie is bad or anything. We got JJ Moser. He's a young defenseman, but you know, I could be talking up a storm for no reason. But anyways, as I was saying, Connor Geekie, I like him. He may not have the second line upside as I thought he did when he was drafted. Why am I yawning so much? He may not have that second line upside as much as I thought he did when he was drafted, because I thought he was going to be this big power forward who was going to jump into the NHL right away, score maybe 15 goals, 30 points, and just through physical dominance alone, I thought he was going to be like ready to go. But on such a deep team like Tampa Bay, with all that talent, with guys like Kucherov, Sorelli, Nick Paul, Braden Point, Jake Gensel, you got Oliver Bjorkstrand and Yanni Gord now. It's just so deep that Connor Geekie really doesn't get the opportunities that he would on any other team, essentially, other than like Colorado has the same problem as Tampa. They're so deep. But like, it's good. It's a good problem to have. But if you're trying to develop young guys who need top 6 minutes to succeed in the NHL, it's kind of a bad problem to have, because you don't have a spot for them to go. And if you trade them, then you just then you don't have anybody for the future. And that's where I'm at with Tampa, is they need to start filling up their prospect pool. Otherwise, we're going to be in for a long rebuild in, say, maybe like 6-7 years. Because Kucherov is 30. Braden Point's pushing 30. I think Vassie's 30 now. Hedman's mid-30s. McDonough's mid-30s. Jake Gensel's 30. Or maybe 29. Not sure, but he's there. He's like right on the doorstep. So all of these guys aren't. They're starting to go this way. They went like this, and they're starting to go. They're gonna start to go. Kucherov, I don't see it that way. Braden Point, not for a few years yet, but once a player reaches 30, you can expect that in 3-4 years, their totals are just gonna gradually go like that. And that's whatever. That's aging. That's how it works. I mean, not for Ovechkin or Crosby, I guess, but those guys are incredible athletes and continue to be incredible athletes as their careers progress. But that's basically all I have to say. Is the core is getting older and we have no prospects. And I'm hoping JBB does something about it. Hopefully can flip Isaac Howard for something. I don't want to lose that guy for nothing. He's a really good prospect, and I was really hoping to see him in the NHL with Tampa. But it's not going to work out, I don't think. And if we can flip him for another good young prospect, then I guess that works too. Just hopefully we don't trade draft picks with Isaac Howard. Because I'm sick and tired of not having a first round pick anymore. Like, it's been a while. So thanks for watching. Talk to you guys in the next video.